Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Gay Knitters Podcast. This is episode 6. I am your host, Michael, also known as YellowZX5 on Ravelry.com. We are also on Instagram, Facebook, and we have a Ravelry group, which is our main communication for the podcast. Today is Valentine's Day, or St. Valentine's Day. It is a frigid polar vortex, negative 13 degrees here in the smallest town in Vermont, St. George, which is about 10 miles from Burlington, Vermont. Today, I have no. Well, I guess I'll just get right into it. I do have kind of a finished object. It's a work in progress, so it's a little bit of both. Um, on the needles right now is still, see if I can find it, my hitchhiker with the lovely ladies of knitting podcasting. So this is what I have currently got. I am kind of in mid row at the moment. If you are interested, the lovely ladies are doing a poop along because they've decided to do reindeer poop, and I don't know what this is called. I know where it's from, which I forgot at the moment. I'm calling it Gay Man Glitter Poop because it is definitely got some tinsel in there. It's definitely rainbow. Really, really pretty, actually. It's like a tie-dye hippie. So maybe a gay hippie poop, glitter poop or something. But it's actually really, really pretty when you look at it. I did this last time as well because I was very impressed at how well these colors go together. And right now the teeth are like curling in. So it's almost like a snake ready to attack you with its little teeth. I am currently, my little counter here is 21, 22, 23, so I'm on tooth number 24. So that right now is kind of doing a little bit of both two things at the moment. One of my friends at work, her daughter's friend or her niece is had a preemie baby, and the baby shower's coming up this coming weekend, so I'm trying to do a hat. So my finished object at the moment is just the base of the hat, or the top. And right now I've got one little ear. So I'm currently recording my podcast on my phone because my iPad is only 16 gigs and this is 128. So I can't show you, but it's a little woodland creature. So it'll be, the baby will have little deer ears. So I'm right now, and I'll name drop, Mandy Pinecone Crafts made me my little double point holders. And right now in here is the second ear. And Sue from the Two Tango Skeins, I think I've got a much nicer stitch marker or double point holder than you with my little minions. So just Mandy with her signature pink, because she loves her pink. Just snap it open, and my double points, which are a little bit longer than what she knit this, but I bought her some minion fabric. And then there's my beginning of my next ears. So that is what is my work in progress. I don't have really anything going on right now for anything else in the moment. What I have been doing though, and I know my tea followers, today's tea is part of my Tea of the Month collection for 2015. It is called Yogi Berry. I love these little tins. So there's not much left in there. They come in these cute little tins, which I'm keeping. Mandy and I are collecting these little tins because I think I've got like 2 sets. You get 12 in there, and you can see other ones I've drank completely. The banana nut bread will probably be next because that was really good. And Mandy will probably be getting the electric lemonade since I'm trying not to drink stimulants or anything with a high caffeine content. So this is actually really, really good. What I do is I do follow the instructions to a T. I have my tea, my little tea set for one. There's a mesh strainer that goes in here. I fill it with about 2, maybe a little bit more than 2 tablespoons. And then Teavana, which is another, this is from David's Tea. Teavana has some really good rock sugar. And before it was called German rock sugar. And I don't know why they dropped the German name. It's probably not from Germany. And this, I just put maybe about 2 tablespoons and a half, so maybe 3 tablespoons of rock sugar in it, and I steep it for this one was about 5 to 6 minutes. Then pull the strainer out, shake it a little bit to get any, I want all that deliciousness in my cup or in the little teapot. And I just let it sit there for a couple minutes just to cool down a little bit so that I can drink this delicious nectar of the yarn gods. Part of my new stash is not yarn at the moment. I'm trying to use up all of my yarn, or trying to do a yarn diet as good as possible. So yesterday, Mandy and I decided to brave the frigidness, and we went down to David's Tea on Church Street. So if you are wondering where I love the shop, type in Church Street, Burlington, Vermont. It is a pedestrian-only shopping road, bisected by 3 traffic roads, since Burlington is very pedestrian friendly and bike friendly. Lots of nice little shops on there, and David's Tea decided to open up a shop next to the icon of deliciousness for Burlington or Vermont, which is Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and they have their store on Church Street, and about 2 or 3 stores down is David's Tea. And yesterday, Mandy wanted to go and get some tea. She bought Serenity Now and a couple other things, which I have no idea what she bought because she spent a lot more money than I did, which makes up for some of the times that I spend a lot of money and then send most of the tea away to other people around the country. So yesterday, I've been wanting a thermos or a tea, whatever you call those things. I can't brain today like Lynn was. I paused their podcast because now I just really wanted to record my podcast. So Lynn, hi, love you. Been doing a lot of VKNs this week, and I love talking to her because we love making some other people redder than hell. So I wanted a tea tumbler, and this was on clearance, and you can see the cute little penguins. And what makes a tea travel, one, you get the nice little lid, which is really nice, and you can barely in there see the silver strainer. So when you unscrew this, you get this nice little tea mesh. So you can unscrew this, and you get the little tea strainer off. It has a strainer on the top so you don't suck it in through the mouth opening, but it also has holes on the side. So if you're drinking a, um, not an herbal tea, I want to say, but one that's a lot of nuts. Yesterday I had pink flamingo tea from them. And you don't have to take the tea bag out because it's not like a regular tea where you're going to, it's just going to turn into a bunch of caca. So this, the little piece comes off. You get your little mesh basket, and it's really nice. I cannot wait to use this. I might use this tomorrow because I get to work at 7 a.m. at the store. So that was my one that I'm going to be keeping for myself. This. Another thing is there's a website or a group that I love getting things cheap. Great deals, 60-70% off with coupon codes through Amazon. I'm going to have to find it and post it in my group on Ravelry because these are a set of 10 standard knitting needles ranging from 2.5 or 2 millimeters all the way up to 7 millimeters. And the only negative to this is that they do not have the US numbers on them. So it's all in millimeters. So you might have to take like a Sharpie and change it. What I do like about the company that I've been, they give you different companies that you can order from. And the first what I did was I bought Mandy floss for her cross stitching. They give you about 100 to 150 different, pieces of it. And then I also ordered some circular needles, which then they're nice and they're good for a beginner to use. I gave them to my friend Shelby, and she uses them really well. She was starting to knit, and I knew she was going to appreciate it, and she was leaving the store or the company to go work for our Orange Box competitor Depot. So I gave them to her, and they cost me about $5. These, I think, were maybe about $5. They might be, I'm probably going to give these away. So I might do a drawing or something like that. Maybe include them in my 100 subscribers giveaway. The other thing I've been doing, it's not a stash increase, but what I'm doing, because I want to do a sock blanket, is I'm making minis. So what I've been doing is, as you can tell, I'm a big Noro fan. Love, love, love Noro yarn. I haven't knit with it in a little while because I'm doing a lot of other things, but what I did was I took one of my skeins and I decided to do some mini skeins. So these are living in the handy dandy Ziploc bag, and the first set here is for some ladies. A couple ladies like these, so I'm going to be sending those to them. Other than that, there's really not much going on in the Gay Knitter podcast world. Work, work, work. I put a couple hours of overtime in. New department manager who's training with me this week because supposedly I know the most about flooring. Working on my 15-year anniversary with the company. And I think that's mostly it. I don't have really much going on at the moment, and so I thought I'd keep this short and sweet. If you have any ideas, questions, comments, I love to hear them. If you are a spinner, a shop owner, a designer, anything like that, send me an email. Let me know if you want me to mention you, or maybe just a simple coupon code, 10% off, 5% off, things like that work great. But I think that's mostly it. Not much going on again. Listening and catching up on everybody else's podcasts. Um, I got to get caught up on Sticks Plus Twine. Love Eric, listening to him, talking and everything. Um, the Canadian Knitter podcast, love her. Two Tangle Schemes, the Cat Lady podcast, Mandy Pinecone Crafts. I don't watch her much because I see her every day almost, and she is kind of married to me, not legally, but she is married to me. I am her husband, so it's all good. Um, the Jen from Uncreated Crafter, Sarah Nova Knits, met her. Um, Lots of good podcasts. So drop me a line if you have any questions. I don't have any coupon codes or anything because nobody's gotten with me yet, and I don't want to start begging for them because that's not the way I work. But other than that, we're at the 16-minute mark, and I'll leave with my new tagline, just keep knitting. So have a great day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody, and knit long and prosper. That's a good new one, too. Bye, everybody.